Ann here, and today, we have another car vlog. Yes, we do. So today is Monday morning. I don't even know what time it is. It's not real early, but it's early. Let me look on my other phone. Yeah, it's 10:05 in the morning, and we have a lot to talk about. Okay. First of all, I was on my main channel. I put on a community post on Friday that I wanted to go live over the weekend, do a live stream. Because I just haven't been filming very much. And I miss talking to people, talking to you guys in the comments and stuff. Well, the early mornings of Saturday morning, Lexi's cousin, who I've known since a baby, before her mom was pregnant, her name is Angie. She was 6 months pregnant. She came over last week and was telling me, Tyler, everything's fine. The baby's perfect. Well, Saturday morning, she had the baby. She went to labor, had the baby. The baby's a fighter, is, fighting. It's 11 inches long. It's baby Aaliyah. 1 pound, 3 ounces. And so, of course, I didn't go live or anything. So if you are the praying type, please pray for the family or send good jujus, good vibes, anything, This is her first baby. Lexi and Angie are about a year apart. So let's see. Lexi will be 23 July 31st. So I think Angie's either 23 or 24. Her first baby. And I feel terrible. Terrible. I had Tyler early. I did not know I was diabetic at that time because, you have to be 7 months, 28 weeks, before they do the sugar test or whatever. And I had already started dilating at 5 months. They put me on the breathing, not realizing it was because I was diabetic, which was causing me to go into preterm labor. And I remember with Tyler, they sent him right to Lady Lourdes Hospital in Camden, New Jersey. They were, as soon as he was born, they were like, this is your baby, boom. And I didn't get a chance to hold him anything. But, Tyler's fine now, but I feel for her. Tyler was a little further along, and I feel terrible for her. But the baby's a fighter. The baby's doing good as much as she can be. And, But anyway, all right, so there's a few things I need to do. I had to go out and pay some bills. But, and of course, look, it's going to rain, of course. I hate to even keep bringing this up, but it's true. I'm looking for tools. So if you don't watch my main channel, if you don't watch my beauty channel, I did a mystery box, and I got in the mystery box, it's called the Everything Box. It was $99. And they sent me, one of the items in there was a new shower head with this brush thing that you could take off. So I was going to put it on yesterday, and to take the old shower head off, you have to have a wrench or pliers or something, to hold, to turn it. I can't find any. I have a 3/4 inch wrench, but I need a 1 inch because it just wasn't big enough. And I'm like, did my soon-to-be ex take that as well? Because where are all the tools at? I don't see any tools. I don't know for a fact, but it's just weird that they're missing. I do want to say this. In my video prior, when I said about when I had to go to court that day and all that kind of stuff, and I was I was putting stuff outside, and I couldn't find the spray bottle and stuff. I know there was a good amount of comments stop allowing him in your house or at your house. He did not come back over. What I was trying to say was I did not realize he took it from the last time he was there. That's what I meant. So I might have misspoke. I'm not sure, but yeah, I was just saying I went to go look for this and it wasn't there, and I went to go look for the powder detergent because I thought we had more and it wasn't there. And I just meant because when he came to the house with police escort twice, I wasn't right up on him when he was getting things, you know. Only one time when I went into the dining room, that's when I noticed he took the fabric softener. I seen what was in the box, you know. But I don't know, it was the first time or second time, because I was sitting in the living room. I didn't want to be around him. He could have took the stuff. And what I was trying to say was, I didn't realize, you know, you don't realize what's missing until you go look for it. You know, and that's what happened. I was looking for the spray bottle. It wasn't there. Just like I'm looking for these tools. They're not there. And it could be where, you know, when he was living there, you know, he was using the tools. Because a lot of times he takes the tools and he doesn't put them back. You know, he keeps them in the car or here or there. And it pisses me off. So then when I need it, I can't find it. So anyway, I'm going to go to Walmart for that, because I know Home Depot and Lowe's will be expensive. I just need like a couple things. And I got to get some plumber's tape. Anytime you change a shower head or anything like that, you always want to get plumber's tape and just put around, just to avoid any leaks, you know. Things you learn, because, you know, I was a single mom before I met my husband. And, you know, I had to do a lot of things myself. So there are certain things that, you know, I do know how to do. Then I'm going to go to Lowe's. I got the sample of paint, so I can start painting the dining room. And all that stuff. I'm going to show you before and after, of course. And then just go from there. Yeah, like I said, I really haven't been filming because I've just been so busy. And then, like, Isaiah's birthday, both of my kids are, so Isaiah's was July 19th, Lexi's is July 31st, but I've been working on the yard. I had to cut the yard, weed whack, and then I always do my neighbor's yard. And I just enjoy doing it. It's not that my boys won't cut the grass or anything, because if I asked them or on their days off, they would absolutely do it. But when I have this anxiety, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy spending, I can see it starting to rain on the windshield. I enjoy spending 3, 4, 5 hours outside, because I'm the type, I will not stop until everything's done. However, I did have to stop because I was out there for 4 or 5 hours and my arms were hurting, my back was hurting. So I have to finish up, I was raking the yard, where the backyard where the fence is, because there's a lot of bark and leaves that have fallen, and our rake had broke. When I had cut the, I want to park there. When I cut the hedges last time, when I did yard work, and I'm getting the rake to rake up, you know, the stuff that fell, then the stupid rake broke, like literally broke in half. So, anyway, I need to get a rake and rake that up, and then everything is done outside. My point is, get to the point, Ann. When I do some yard work, then I'm down for a day or so, because I do have a back injury and different things. So then that's a whole day. And then the next day, like, I might clean the whole house and do that. And then I'm down the next day. And then here's my overthinking, and you haven't filmed, you know, this is how you make your money. And then I just get depressed. It's just a cycle that I got to break out of. And I don't know how to, because I overthink. And I think a lot of it, when you don't get proper sleep, like I literally don't get a lot of sleep at night, that also, when you wake up, you're depressed and you don't feel like doing anything. And then it's like going on 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This is how I think. Still plenty of time. I'm like, oh, it's too late to film, because the time I get dressed and film and edit, I won't be able to put it up tonight anyway. I might as well wait till tomorrow. It's so stupid, because it's like, if you just went ahead and filmed, at least it's done and you can edit it and still get it up in the morning. Because what happens if the next day you don't feel like filming? I know it's stupid, but that's how my mind works. And I hate that I'm like that. I need to get, I really probably should get on medication for my anxiety and depression, because it's, I'm having a hard time breaking out of it. You know what I mean? I don't even know why did I even start talking about this? I have no idea. All right, let's go into Walmart and, let's get some stuff. Okay. I don't know. I went and got like, paintbrushes and everything while I'm here, because I thought, well, Walmart will be cheaper, right? I'm beginning to think, is Walmart cheaper or not? Because I spent almost $41. And I'm going to show you when I get to the car, like, I hardly bought anything. But everything's expensive. I did get the plumber's tape here. But I'll show you. Let me get to the car, because of course, did I park in this aisle? Where did I park at? Did I park this far down? Oh, good Lord. I passed my car. Here you are. I was getting ready to say, did you come on in? All right, let me show you what I got real quick. That is it. I got this for my candles. I got 2 more of these for the walls, of course. Just got the thread tape. This, I got my pliers I needed, and then I got my wrench that I need for the shower head. And then this is just like a little thing you put where the paint goes. You can just take this up and throw it away. All right, that's it. You know, today would have been a really good day to do my yard work. I mean, it's drizzling, but not really bad, but it's pretty nice out. It's nice and cool. Now, I picked the day was like in the 90s. I'm so dumb, but I'm like, oh, the more I sweat, then I've been losing weight. I'm exercising. I have a coffee talk that I'm going to film talking about the East Bound murders. Let me tell you a little bit about this. Just a little bit, because I don't want to ruin it. I know this case like the back of my hand. So this happened near Atlantic City, New Jersey, back in 2006. It's been all over the news and on YouTube if you're a true crime person. Now they think that the Long Island killer would be the East Bound killer. Okay? Rex Harmon. I'm driving, so I can't think real quick of his name. Who's the architect. Anyway, if you don't know, they named the Eastbound killer because there were 4 victims and they were their head was faced east, you know, so they call it the Eastbound killer. Anyway, it was right outside this motel called the Golden Key, which I have been to before, and I'll explain in a minute. And that's what they would call around here. So it's on the Black Horse Pike. It's really considered like Egg Harbor Township, Pleasantville, that area if you're familiar with South Jersey, right outside of Atlantic City. And it's called, the Golden Key was more or less called like what you would call a no-tell motel, where you would take escorts or what have you, you know, there, and you can pay by hour, overnight, or what have you. And there was one room there, room 101, and I'm telling you, I bet you if you go to any true crime channel that has talked about this or what, will not know this information unless you lived in this area, okay? Because I can get there in 20 minutes. There was one room, only one room in that whole motel, which is like it's tore down now, but it was yellow, and it was like a flat, you know, one floor. Room 101. And that was the only room that had a back door. And that back door, if you go out there, that's where the 4 bodies, just a few feet away, were found. Now, there was a handyman that worked there, and his name was Terry Olson. And that's who they thought had something to do with it, because one of the escorts, I have to say escorts so I don't get demonetized, he had strangled and raped her. She thought maybe it was him because that happened in the motel and he did it and he worked there. And his ex-girlfriend also thought it might be him, okay? So that's what they thought for many, many years. They did DNA tests. It never came back, yay or nay. I'm sure if maybe they had any information, they would have arrested him. He was been in and out of prison and all that kind of stuff. He's a bad guy too, but he's never been actually indicted for what I can't think of the right word right at this moment. You know, he was never arrested on it. accused of it. There's the word. And back in 2016, they thought that the Gilgo Beach murders, which is the Long Island murders, and the East Bound murders were connected because both of them had 4 victims, and they all, both parts, so all 8 victims had no shoes and no socks on. So, you know, they were thinking somebody who has a foot fetish. Then there's also accusations about in Florida of around that time and different things. So they thought, you know, this person, whoever did it, was connected. So now they have this Rex guy, you know, what was going on with him, who they think is the Gilgo Beach murders, right? The Long Beach murders, Long Island murders. And here, and it's just so weird to me. And I have more inside information, and I'm going to give my opinion because, like I said, I know so much about this case because it was right here. And back in 2006, I was 30. And I remember, like, you know, I would go to the casino and go gambling, do things like that. And everybody was like, you got to be careful because, you know, it's just crazy. Like, wow. All 4 of the victims in the East Bound Strangler case had children. One of them had a 9-year-old. One of them had 2 kids. One of them had a 1-year-old. Like, it's just, it's sad. It's really sad. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to do a coffee talk about it. It's crazy, especially because I've been there. So let me explain this too, and I'll explain more in a coffee talk. There was this guy named Bunky. Back in the 90s, I was still like I was like a teenager, my late teens, and he had a Jeep, and we were just friends and stuff. And his mom used to stay there, live there, because you can also pay to live there. And we would go there all the time, you know, like on the weekends, just to visit his mom for like an hour or 2. So I actually been inside those rooms, well, the one room and stuff like that. It's just weird to me, you know, when you've been there and you know about it, you know the area where the women were found at, you know that area. It's just like you can picture it in your, you know, in your mind. And it's weird. And it's like, thank God, I hope they finally found somebody so that the victim's family can, you know, get some kind of closure. I mean, you're never going to get your children back or what have you, but at least the not knowing what can kill you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no pun intended. But, all right. So I got I put it in a bag here because I didn't want it to open or whatever like that. I got my little sample here. I have about this much left. But I don't remember the name. There's no name on this. Paint can. So I figure they can match it up and stuff. So let me go do that real quick and I'll be back. Well, that was quick. I go to give him the paint sample. He's like, oh, you got that at Home Depot. I'm like, oh, I guess because of the brand. I don't remember because I always go to Lowe's. So I don't remember. Maybe I did. Maybe I used to always go to Home Depot. You know what? Come to think about it, in my earlier vlogs, yes, I would go to Home Depot and get the paint. That's right. So now we're heading. Home Depot is behind the mall. It's 10:52. It's 11 a.m. I was thinking about also going to the lake and just walking the lake since it's so nice out, but it looks like it's going to rain. You guys can see how dark it's getting. I definitely have to film today for the main channel. I want to do some like a get ready with me because I got a bunch of brand new makeup that I want to test out, but I also want to start decluttering, starting with my eyeshadow palette. So I might, that's going to be, okay, if you watch my beauty channel, I have a question. Would you want like 1 or 2 videos and it being long? It's going to be probably maybe an hour long or 45 minutes or something like that. Or would you rather have a few videos and not as long, like maybe 30 minutes or something like that? Let me know. how do you guys like watching collection declutter videos? And maybe you're not interested in it, but I need to start getting rid of a lot of stuff. I'm in this headspace where I'm trying to declutter a lot of stuff, just have space, not just in my room, but just in my life, you know. Like I've said this before, my soon-to-be ex was like a hoarder when it came to like papers, and he would have boxes upon boxes. He was also, you know, not that he was dirty, he was very clean. He took showers, cleaned up, all that kind of stuff, nothing like that. But like he was messy, and if I didn't clean like the bedroom, it would look like it would just drop, things would drop out of the closet. Let's say he was getting a shirt and he would just leave it there and then just pile. And when he would go on his, I would call it vacations, but his business meetings and go, you know, he would come back with the luggage and then it would just stay there. He wouldn't put the stuff away. Like, he was the type, he would wash his clothes and then it would just stay in the basket, you know, but he would keep every single like piece of mail. I don't know if he worked in education, if it had something to do with, I don't know. But like he had brought back a box and it had some stuff like when Tyler was in school. I guess when he came and got his stuff, you know, he realized that some of my stuff in it, but a lot of it was like junk mail, like a cable bill from 2021. It's like you could have threw that away. I don't keep that stuff. But this is what I'm saying. If you were to go, he has a storage unit of boxes on boxes on boxes of just papers of like years old, like junk mail. And anyway, so I was so used to that now that the stuff is gone, that's another reason why it's like, okay, I'm ready to do the house, get it clean. It feels so good not to have a clutter, right? So it's like I'm in that space and like I want, what is that noise? And I'm ready to, oh, I gotta get gas again. I'm just, what was my point? Oh, well, I want to do my bedroom too and declutter. Like less is more for me. Because before I was an addict, right? Okay, an alcoholic. And then I've told you when I got to a certain point, then I wanted more of a high. So I have a very addictive personality in just a lot of ways. And I think when I started YouTube in 2017, because I didn't buy makeup and get do things, I was very, I suffer from depression and different things. It was like I bought so much makeup and all these subscription boxes. Like my addictive personality went to buying makeup and buying things, because for so many years I didn't have things. Because when I got monetized on YouTube, it was like, oh, extra income, and instead of investing it or what have you, saving it, no, I would just, whatever I was bringing home, I was putting back out, because it felt good to buy something for me, if that made sense. And I don't know. So I have not bought my own like makeup in a long time, unless like maybe I needed foundation or something like that. But I get subscription boxes, so it's like I do get makeup every month and I do get PR. But as far as me physically buying anything, like I said, I think maybe eyebrow pencil and like foundation or something like that. But other than that, I have so much stuff. Like I probably literally have over 400 eyeshadow palettes, and I want to get down to like at least under 100. I mean, I don't even need that many, but you know, I have so much that I had no room for, that I have boxes of makeup, like eyeshadow palettes and stuff, in a closet when I moved into my mother's house, like after she passed. So 3 years, those I'm just going to take right out and just put in the trash, because I haven't even looked at them in 3 years. It's like at one time, I just couldn't get rid of it. Like I would do declutter things, and a lot of you guys would say, do eyeshadow palettes, but I just couldn't get rid of it. And maybe I was a hoarder when it came to that stuff, but at least my stuff was in one spot, you know? Anyway, so because, you know, I don't know if you ever dealt with a hoarder or lived with a hoarder or anything like that. It's like, it makes you where you don't even want to clean. Like, I clean my house. If anybody knows me, my house was always clean. I don't mean that, but it was like cluttered. Like, it was so bad. If I was throwing things away, my hand to God, he would be right behind me looking. And then if I threw it in the trash, he was in the trash. Even if it was outside, looking through the bags, taking things out. That's how bad it was. And it was like, what in the, like, yeah, I'm just ready to declutter a lot of things. And also I realized since in 2018 with the fire, things could be taken away like that. All that stuff is material things we do not need. We don't need. And so yeah, I just want to get rid of stuff. I just want to do it. Anyway, let me know down below, would you guys want longer videos or just a few short videos? All right, let's go in here and get this paint. I'll be back. Okay, I did not know that you can go in and like have your phone number and email and stuff, and anytime you get paint, they put it in the system, so that way if you do forget the color I got was intercoastal gray. Intercoastal gray. I can't say that word. And then you don't have to bring the sample paint. You know, it's already in the system. And you can put, let's say I'm painting the dining room. So you get the gallon paint, and then you say dining room. So that way you go in there and say, what was the color I used to paint in the dining room? And they pull it up, and then boom. I did not know that. I also found some stuff once I stop. I have to go get gas. And then get something to eat and then go home. I'm going to show you. Once I stop, I'm going to show you. I found this caulk. I have to re-caulk the bathtub, which I have the tools to take the old caulk off. And I bought the caulk, the waterproof caulk. But I've seen something that's new that I can do. I don't know how it's going to look. I'm going to show you that it might look nicer and last longer. Because I don't think they used the right caulk. I don't think they used the waterproof. Okay, I'm at a red light. So look at this. Like, it's a peel and stick like caulk. And then they have one for the tub. Remember? Because I still have not took that one cheap piece of wood that they use that is like dry rotted, because I had to get a tool. I couldn't get it all out. Anyway. So I have that one trim, or I can use that as well. Depending when I take that wood piece off, like, is there a gap? Why did they put wood down there instead of caulking it? Like, I don't know. So I bought one of them just in case, if I can just put that on there or do the wood. I don't know. I'm turning into like a fixer-upper handy woman. Yes, I am. I just wish my mom and grandma were still here so they could see the before and after of the house, you know, because even before the fire, a lot of the stuff was dated, right? And it wasn't painted in many years, and I don't know. I just wish they can see it, you know. I wish I would have done more while they were alive. And you know, like my mom, my mother-in-law used to always say, show me my flowers when I'm here. In other words, do things for me now. Don't wait till I'm gone and then cry or want to come visit my grave or what have you, or, you know, all this stuff. Like, show me you care about me when I'm here. And it's so true. It's so true. Like, I really do wish I would have done more. I mean, I've done a lot for them, but other things why they were here, you know. We just can't take life for granted. We just can't. I mean, look what happened with Angie. She went into labor at 6 months. Everything was going good as she thought, you know. And it's like, you just never know. I'm a big believer in now that everything that I have went through and experienced in these past few years of my life. You know, they say, like, as you get older, you gain more wisdom. And I think it's so true, because you have more experience, you know. And I think, you know, some people might read a book and go by that. And they're very smart, book smart. But I think the best way is life experience. I truly do. And I am learning, like, I don't need to have friends. It's nice to have friends and have people there, you know, but I'd rather have one or two really good friends than a whole bunch of fake friends around me, or people that care. I want people around me that show me that they care, that call me and say, how are you? How's this going? Not all wrapped around their own life, which, I mean, I understand that that's their life, but, you know, you can tell when somebody cares when they remember your birthday, or, well, I don't know, the little things, you know. Remember when you have a doctor's appointment and say, how was your doctor's appointment, you know, or what have you. I'd rather have that. I used to be the type of person that like I was so depressed, I think. You know, I wasn't in a good marriage. So it wasn't like I had somebody I could talk to just to shoot the shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Or if something was on my mind, he would say, I don't want to hear gossip, blah, 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 you know, whatever. It was like I couldn't talk about things. And so and then I was always by myself. You know, you think you're married, but no, I felt more alone. I felt single, you know? And so I felt like I needed friends or people to talk to, associates. Do you know what I'm saying? And as I'm getting older, I don't need that anymore. And my point to all this is get the toxicity, say that 3 times, and negativity out of your life, because life is so short. I say this all the time. It truly is. And it's like, you know, like, look, okay, I'm married, but I'm not happy, and it's like I got to get it out of my life. If things did not go on like what happened with him and my son, and he did not leave, I would have stayed married, because I believe in marriage. I believe, and I would have just stayed depressed and treated like that. You know, when I lost my mom and grandmom, I didn't have anybody around me, so it was like, you know, I didn't want to be by myself. So stupid. I just wasted so much time. Let me see how much cash I have on me. Can I have 10 of regular, please? But you know what I mean? And it's like, it's so dumb, because now that I'm by myself, one, I'm getting more things done. Because let me just tell you who I used to be. Let's just say, hold on, I gotta fix this screen. Okay, let's just say, I don't know, like right now, I want to change the shower head, okay? I wouldn't do it because I figured he's there, he's a man. I don't want to overstep his boundaries, make him feel less than a man. And I would wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, and he would never get it done, and then things wouldn't get done.
Thank you.
Thank you. You as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's say the grass needed to be cut, which he always kept up on the yard work. That's one thing he did do. But like, let's say I wanted to help, I had anxiety. If I was raking something, I'm just using this as an example, he would literally like, nope, don't do it like this, do it like this, and let me do it, or whatever. Nope, nope, nope. And he'd embarrass me, and I would think, I hope the neighbors don't hear. And so then I just wouldn't do it. And it's like, so we never spent time that way, just doing yard work, just doing things together, accomplishing something together. I wouldn't decorate the house or anything like that, because then he would say, oh, you're wasting money, you could have got this done, and this needs to be done, and you know, it was always something. And my point is getting rid of that negativity, that walking on eggshells. Now, sure, I still suffer from depression, and it's sad. I am sad that, you know, things didn't work out in a divorce and different things like that. But my mental, like, as far, not the depression, because I suffer from that, but like, I want to do more things now. Like, I want to get this stuff done, because he was the type of person, he didn't like independent women. He wanted a woman that needed him, that needs a man. Because he used to say that to me before, and I never understood it. When somebody shows you who they are, believe it. But he used to tell me, if you don't need me, why did you get married? If you know, you want to do this when you don't need a man, you didn't need to be married. But what he didn't understand was, when he met me, my son was 16. I was a single mom for 16 years, guys, right? And so I was so used to, like, I was head of the household. Not that I'm saying I wanted to be over him, you know, but it was like, I wasn't one of those needy women. I just got things done. That's what I was used to. And he didn't like that. And I think he resented me. Or let's say bills needed to be paid and he did not help. He didn't like the fact that I figured out a way to get things done. He wanted me to lean on him and need him, in my opinion. And I'm just not that way. And I think he resented that. I truly do. He needed to be with somebody that's like, oh, I can't do anything. Help me, help me, help me. You're the man. You know, I serve you. And I'm just not that way, you know? And one thing that I take out of this and that I talk about, and the reason why I talk about, you know, my either, I don't know what you want to call it, failures or things, it's like, don't stay in a relationship so long when you're not happy. Don't stay in friendships that are toxic. Sometimes it's better to be by yourself. You know what I mean? It really is. And it's true, life is so short. I mean, I might go to bed tonight and not wake up. You know, you never know what's going to happen. I used to worry about, like, different comments and what people thought. And, I mean, you still got to take that in consideration. That's not what I'm talking about. But, like, I don't care anymore. People don't like me. If people think, oh, you're so negative. Oh, you know, you the things that you talk about. Oh, you tell your business so much. I don't care. You know, this is me, and I'm just not going to change for people. And I understand that now. Like my grandmother used to say, never change who you are, you know, for people. All right, let me go in here real quick, and I'll be back. I hope you're still here. You didn't click off yet. All right, I had to look. I thought, was I not filming this whole time leaving Home Depot? But I did. One more thing I want to say, though, I'm going to sound like a hypocrite because I just got done saying I don't care what people say in the comments, but I do want to clarify this because I've got quite a few comments, especially on the last video. I think it was the last vlog, I'm not sure, where I said about how I don't, you know, you guys know that there's with my son and my husband and all that going to court and all that stuff. And I always say, like, I don't rat, I don't get the government involved. And some of you, like, especially one comment, which was not being disrespectful, she just cared, you know, says, like, I'm paraphrasing, like, you know, stop saying that because, you know, you're setting yourself up for people to do stuff knowing you won't go to the cops. Now, let me just say this. I never said there wouldn't be consequences. I just said I don't get the government involved. You hurt me, you do something to me, it's going to come back at you. I don't know. And I'm not just saying this to sound big and bad or to say anything, or what I'm saying is you will have consequences you do something to me. I never said, oh, I'm not going to do anything about it. I don't get the government. I'm just saying I ain't going to press charges on you. But it's going to come back to you twice as hard. Whatever you do to me, you know, that's all. But I'm not involved in that type of stuff. And when I talk about things, I talk about things how I was 20, 25 years ago. I don't get myself in these predicaments to get in trouble or to have somebody to get into a fist fight. I was using that as an example, like when I say about my son, like, I don't understand how a father can press charges on a child no matter what. And I'm, you know, like, I wouldn't do it. Like, I'm not used to that. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not used to being with anybody that gets the government involved because I don't do that. Now, other people, if that's how you are, you call the cops or you press charges, I'm not judging you. That's fine. That's probably how you probably what you should do. I'm just saying me. And that's because how I was raised by my mother, how I was raised, how I grew up, who I hung around. I living in the projects for many, 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 many years. You know, we just don't do that. That's all my point is. And I think that's why, like I said, when like these people that go real life on the internet, I don't understand. I just don't get it because I don't do that type of stuff. And going back to before, like when I was accused of doing something to somebody, like go in real life, it's like, what? I don't even do that in person, let alone about YouTube. Like, no, it's so stupid. Okay, enough about that. I just wanted to make that clear for anybody that thought that or is concerned, you know. I mean, I'm ignorant, but I'm not that ignorant, you know. All right, so now the only thing I have to do is get something to eat. I do want to go on a walk and talk. I think tomorrow, I think I'm going to go on a walk and talk. I need to walk. I have not done that for a while. So let me know if you want me to go to the lake and walk to the trails or to the park. you know, behind the park and stuff. Let me know down below. I don't really want to drive. I would say, you know, I would drive to the beach, but I don't want to say that because then I might wake up and be like, nope, I don't feel like driving that far, you know. So let me know those 3 places, and that's where we'll go tomorrow. Oh, really quickly, I'm passing the drugstore. So I have no more prescriptions. That ended June 30th. I did not know, or in July, I would have got like refills on my prescription, like had 3 months supply. So I cannot take my Ozempic, anything else like that. I still have medical, and the reason why I say that is because, you know, I did a couple tests done, my stress test and all that other stuff, and then on the 25th, I have other tests. What is today's date? Is today the 25th? No, today's the 24th. Oh, I thought, oh my God, is it today? So tomorrow, I get my other tests, and they approved it. So I think this is the last month that I have medical. So thank God I went to the eye doctor. I got my teeth done. And now I'm getting these major tests. So I'm going to not have insurance after this. My kids don't have insurance anymore. Lexi don't. So I don't know what we're going to do. She's supposed to go in August to see if she needs shunts. We have no insurance. I am so stressed out about that. You have no idea. Because he quit his job. And now I know for a fact he quit his job. See, this is what he does. He never wanted to work. I've told you guys that before. He never wanted to work. Who quits their job? Like, who does that? Like, how are you going to... Thank you. All right, I got my meal. I'm going to pull over and say my goodbyes. This was all over the place, this vlog. Oh my goodness. Can you tell I got a lot on my mind? But I am in a good mood. Don't think that I'm not. I am. I'm in a very good mood. Please like this video. It really does help me out. Or dislike it. That helps me out as well. Make sure you leave a comment. Commenting really does help out with engagement. What time is it? It's 11:46 a.m. So it's still pretty early. I'm going to eat my salads. And that's everything. Don't forget the next vlog. I'll keep you on the updates. Like with the painting and all that stuff. What else? Also, let me know if you watch my beauty channel, if you're into collection declutters, would you want them longer or a few shorter videos? And then also let me know where, a lot of questions, where you want my next vlog to be when I do my walk and talk. The park, the lake, or the trails. Let me know. All right, guys. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay healthy, and most importantly, always stay you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Dirty, dirty boy. Oh.